Yo, what's going on, guys? The Kitty G on EGTV, and we're back again with another video. Hope everybody is well. Do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. If you guys want to become members, you can become a member just by clicking that join button. And also today, what we're going to be discussing is a lot of stuff. But first things first, let me tell you guys what we're going to be talking about. This is the end of the 2021-2022 season for Arsenal Football Club, and we're going to be going through the best and worst moments throughout the season. Also, we're going to be talking about our player of the season, goal of the season, signing of the season, who's been the flop of the season, who's been the most improved, and who's been the unsung hero. Now, take this moment to pause the video before you watch it and let me know what you guys think in the comment section right now. I'll be doing a series of videos. The next video after this will most likely be a player rating video also. But we're going to get through everything as we go. So let me know what you guys think, who the player of the season is, who the signing of the season is, who the goal of the season is, what the goal of the season is, who the flop of the season is, and we're going to go through it. There will be timestamps, so you can timestamp to the part of the video you want to go watch anyways. But I have asked you guys this similar question before, so we're going to go through your answers also as we go through some of mine, right? But how is everybody doing this wonderful morning? Good morning to you guys. Good morning. Let me know where you're watching from. That would be always great. I always love when you guys let me know exactly where you guys are watching from in the world. Love to always see the good feedback and the good energy that you guys bring out. Yeah. Good morning to everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And yeah, so if you guys haven't already seen it, I have put this out on the community post. I have put this out on the community for you guys to come check it out. So I'm going to go straight there right now. And I have already asked you guys this same question. Who is your signing of the season? Who's your player of the season? Who's your unsung hero? And there has been some responses. So we're going to go through some of your responses first before we go before I do mine, right? So, okay, you guys are watching from Nigeria. We got someone watching from Lagos. Big up to you guys all the way in Nigeria. We got someone watching from Watford. Shout out to you watching from Watford. So yeah, let's go through this. What does it say? What does it say? You can see here, this is the question that I asked. End of the season awards. Tell me your player of the season, your flop of the season, your signing of the season, your most improved, your unsung hero. And some of you guys have given us your answers. So we have Gab here has gone Bukayo Saka, player of the season, Tomiyasu, signing of the season, most improved, he's gone Eddie for those few games. Biggest flop, he's gone Lacazette. And best work rate, he added his own category. He went Gabriel Martinelli. No one was flop of the season. Okay. We got some people giving different takes. Player of the season, we got some people saying Bukayo Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe share it. Signing of the season, Odegaard. Xhaka, most improved. Martinelli. Elneny, unsung hero. We have Pepe, player of the season. This guy's trolling. Lokonga, signing of the season. Tavares, most improved. Biggest flop, Arteta. Yo, some of you guys are funny. We have another one here saying Lacazette, player of the season. Saka, flop of the season. Tavares, signing of the season. Leno, most improved. This guy's trolling. Odegaard, player of the season. Saka, player of the season. Flop of the season. Tavares, signing of the season. Ramsdale and Odegaard. Xhaka, most improved. We have another one here saying Ben White, flop of the season. Saka, player of the season. Flop of the season, Nicolas Pepe. Odegaard, signing of the season. Thomas Partey, most improved. Unsung hero, Tomiyasu. We have another one here. Odegaard, Ben White, Ramsdale, Martinelli, Odegaard. Gabriel Magalhaes, unsung hero. Interesting take right there. But yeah, those are some of the takes that we've seen on that. And I did put this on the community post. So if you guys want to check that out, you can check that out, of course. But let's go through some of these. Let's go through some of these lists. And also you can watch the other video if you guys want. But today's video, these are the topics that we're going to be discussing. These are the topics that we're going to be going through. Player of the season, We're gonna go through player of the season. We're gonna go through who has been not only the player of the season, but we're also gonna go through some other stuff too. But it's gonna be player of the season. We're gonna do 1 second. Let me just make it a size so you can see. Okay, that works. That works. Okay, that works. That works. That works. That works. So this is the list of things that we're going to be going through, right? These are the list of players that we're going to be going through. First things first, let's do who we think has been the player of the season. Who has been the player of the season? Has the player of the there's a lot of candidates. There's a lot of candidates for player of the season, in my opinion. So we're going to go through category by category. First category is going to be player of the season. So who do you guys give player of the season to, in your opinion? In my opinion, player of the season, there's not a lot of candidates, in my opinion, for player of the season. Player of the season is definitely one that is going to have a lot less candidates than the others. And let me just give you guys a couple candidates, and then you can start off by telling me who you would go for. But I'm going to give you a couple candidates first. First candidate is, of course, Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is going to be the first candidate for player of the season. There's no question about it. Bukayo Saka has definitely been one of our best players this season, and no one else deserves it more than Bukayo Saka, in my opinion, when it comes to Arsenal player of the season. So I am going to be giving Arsenal's player of the season to Bukayo Saka. But honorable mentions, you could say, are, of course, you could say honorable mentions are Ramsdale. Ramsdale's an honorable mention. You can say Gabriel Magalhaes is an honorable mention, and you can say Emil Smith-Rowe is an honorable mention. But I just feel like the player of the season is an easy one. Everyone should know who the player of the season is. It is Bukayo Saka, in my opinion. I don't think there's any real question about it. Let me know what you guys are saying in the comment section right now. Do you guys agree Bukayo Saka as player of the season? Let me know what you guys are saying in the comment section right now. We got Saka, player of the season, Saka. Yeah, everyone seems to agree that player of the season is Bukayo Saka. There's no question about it there. Player of the season is going to go to Bukayo Saka. Definitely deserves it. He has been outstanding this whole entire season, and I just don't think there is a question about it that Bukayo Saka was not going to take away the player of the season award, in my opinion. Now, the next one is going to be a little bit harder, but don't forget, guys, hit that like button right now. It's absolutely free. Doesn't cost you a thing. Takes 2 seconds just to smash that like button. Helps out the channel a lot. Gets more engagement and more viewership to the channel, and it can help, and it helps me grow. And if you guys could do that, it really does help me out a lot. So I really would appreciate that. But yeah, let me know what you guys are saying. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the chat right now as you guys are thinking about the next option. Who is the next option? Who could we put as the goal of the season? What could we put at what moment was the goal of the season for you? Let's go through the goal of the season now. For me, goal of the season is it. There's a couple goals that I think about when I think about goal of the season. When I think about goal of the season, I think about Lacazette's goal, or own goal versus Wolves. I think of Lacazette's own goal. I think of Lacazette's goal also, that was like a team goal versus, who was it? Aston Villa. I also think about Gabriel Martinelli's goal versus Newcastle. Was it Newcastle or Aston Villa? Which one was better? I forget. You also have his goal. Yeah, he scored a couple bangers. Xhaka's goal. You could say Xhaka's goal versus Manchester United also. If you guys want, you could also say Xhaka's goal versus Manchester United was one of those candidates for goal of the season, in my opinion. I think his goal versus Manchester United was really good. I really liked his goal. I think his goal would be definitely up there as one of the candidates for the goal of the season. But for me, goal of the season has to go to Lacazette. That I felt like that. It's okay. Maybe it's not the goal of the season, but I felt like it's one of the moments of the season. It was one of the best moments of the season, in my opinion. That goal was definitely one of the best moments of the season, and you can't lie. Lacazette's goal versus Wolves was probably the goal of the season for me. But Odegaard's last goal was definitely really good. That first goal against Southampton was amazing. Definitely that goal was really good. Was that the team goal? I think so. Lacazette, I think of Lacazette not scoring. Gabby's goal versus Watford. Gabby's goal versus Watford was really good. Xhaka boom. So you know what? Since more people are really going for that Xhaka goal, we're gonna have to give it to Xhaka. Xhaka gets goal of the season. Granit Xhaka gets goal of the season. We're gonna give goal of the season to Granit Xhaka. Not a problem at all for me. I'm okay with giving Granit Xhaka goal of the season. That goal versus Manchester United was a beautiful goal, and I understand some of you guys definitely think that was the goal of the season. So let's give it to him. Let's give it to Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka gets goal of the season, and we keep it moving on to the next topic. I think Granit Xhaka's goal versus Manchester United was a screamer. Definitely from outside the box. It wasn't. It was the moment that moment was like very good. I was in the pitch. I mean, I wasn't on the pitch, but I was in the stands, and I loved that goal. I thought it was a beautiful goal. And you know what? This was a very good moment in the season. Definitely a moment to cherish. Definitely a moment that we remember. Now moving on to the best and worst moments of the season. Here are some of the best and worst moments. I've seen this on Twitter, so I'm gonna share this with you guys. Here are some of the best and worst moments. You let me know what your best and worst moments were. Some of the best moments were, of course, Eddie and Ketia slapping Chelsea 4-2 in their house. One of the worst moments was Vlahovic going to Juventus and us not getting a striker. Some people saying one of the worst moments was Arteta signing a contract. Some people saying the best moment, Eddie and Ketia doing his thing. Beating Chelsea, losing our first 3 games, says Gunnar Calm there. Another one here says Bukayo Saka's goal in the North London derby, and Aubameyang leaving. Ooh, that is a good one right there. You have another one here. This was, what moment was this? Was this what game was this? Oh, Brighton. So that was the Brighton game, and then this was the North London derby. So the North London derby and then the Brighton game. You have another one here saying Xhaka, best and worst. Xhaka versus Manchester United was the best. Everton was the worst. Interesting. Bruno Gamara trolling Arsenal. Someone here saying the lowest moment was Arteta's contract renewal. Someone here saying Aubameyang second goal versus Tottenham in the North London derby. Newcastle away was the lowest moment. Someone here saying Wolves, and then Holding getting subbed off was the worst moment. Another one here, Wolves goal. And then the other one is obviously us versus Man City losing 3-0. What was it? 5-0 at Man City. Let's see what else there is. If there's any more. Here's another one. This is the Man City game, or is this the game at home? This is the game at the Emirates. This is the game at the Emirates where we lost to Man City. It was a really close game. I'm surprised he put this in one of our best. He thought that was our best performance, and our worst performance was the North London derby where we lost. This one here is Eddie Nketiah versus Leeds was the best moment, and the worst moment was Newcastle away. Newcastle away was the worst moment there. Here's the best and worst. Best moment, Saka scoring. Worst moment, Rodri beating us in a late winner. Bumper did not finish in the top 4. However, our future is bright. Okay. I really like that one. 3-0 to Tottenham is the only correct answer for the worst moment. Aubameyang leaving, some people are saying. So you guys let me know what you guys are saying. Someone here saying Newcastle 2-0. I've paid attention to all of these. I think this is the best moment of the season. I think this is the best moment of the season for me. The best moment of the season for me is the moment that Wolves we scored the moment that we scored against that we got against Wolves. I think that was the best moment. So Lacazette scoring against Wolves, getting that own goal, that late winner, that was probably the best moment for me. Someone here is saying beating Chelsea and United and West Ham back to back was the best moment. losing to Tottenham and Newcastle was the worst moment. I think the worst moment by far has to be. I'm not even going to say the Newcastle game was the worst moment. The Newcastle game basically ended our season. I think that is the lowest moment. I think this is the worst moment actually. Now that I think about it, this is the worst moment. Because the North London Derby, mathematically, we could still get top four. This was the worst moment of the season. This was the moment where we knew it was solidified that we were no longer going to get top four. That had to be the worst moment, in my opinion. Had to be the worst moment of the season. Had to be the worst moment of the season for me. I don't know about you guys, but that was definitely the worst moment of the season for me. I don't think there was a worse moment than that. It couldn't get any worse for me than that. That was the worst moment. And the reason why it was the worst moment for me is because that's when mathematically we no longer could get top four. It was not in our hands. We needed help and we didn't receive that help. But hey, what are you gonna do? Let's go now. What is the next topic that we're gonna do? The next one is the signing of the season. Who was the signing of the season for you guys? Who was the signing of the season for you guys? Let me know what you guys think. Who the signing of the season was. For me, the signing of the season, there's a couple candidates, and there's only really a couple candidates at this moment in time. So we signed Lakonga, did not have the greatest season. Definitely not going to be a candidate for signing of the season. We signed Nuno Tavares, definitely not a candidate for signing of the season. He had a decent season though, of course. Injury riddled season for Tomiyasu. Definitely not signing of the season, but he was up there in my opinion. Who else did we sign this season? I'm just trying to think if we signed anybody else besides Odegaard and Ramsdale. Ben White. Ben White was up there. He was definitely up there, but he had a bad end to the season, in my opinion, which takes him out of contention for signing of the season. Similar situation with Ramsdale. He had a bad end to the season. Bad end to the season. I don't think that's just signing of the season for me. I think the signing of the season, there's only one signing of the season, and that's Martin Odegaard. I have to give signing of the season to Martin Odegaard. I think Martin Odegaard deserves signing of the season. People are saying easily Ramsdale. People are saying it's got to be Ramsdale. I think Odegaard has been the signing of the season. I think Odegaard, on the consistency of the whole entire season, he has been much more consistent than Ramsdale. Ramsdale got injured after Proud Geordie said it himself. After Ramsdale got injured, Odegaard has been much better. And I think Odegaard, on the run of the entire season, has been the signing of the season. But you guys, let me know what you guys think. I personally think Odegaard has been the signing of the season. And you could possibly try to change my opinion, but I think on the run of the entire season, I think he has been the signing of the season. And I think that's just a fair analysis of everything that I could say. But now, moving on to flop of the season. Whew, there's a lot of flops. A lot of flops of this season. You could say Rob Holding. You could say Kieran Tierney for getting injured. You could say Thomas Partey's first half of the season was terrible, but he got better. You could say Pablo Mari's first game of the season, Kolasinac's first game of the season, Cedric's entire season. You could say Aubameyang flop of the season. You could even say Lacazette is definitely a candidate for flop of the season, and Nicolas Pepe. But for me, flop of the season has to go to one of two people. You either have to give it to Pepe or you have to give it to Lacazette. There's only one or two candidates of flop of the season. It's either Pepe or Lacazette. You could even say Aubameyang, but Aubameyang didn't play the whole season and still finished with 4 goals. Lacazette played the entire season and only finished with 4 goals. Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Magalhaes finished with more goals than them. Now, people, we got to talk. Who has been the flop of the season? Someone's saying Tierney gets a pass. He's a flop with an injury. Lacazette, some people say Pepe, Lacazette. Who is flop of the season? Lacazette or Pepe? Nuno or Lacazette? Interesting. Who is the flop of the season, guys? Let me know who the flop of the season is. In my opinion, the flop of the season, if you have to pick between Pepe and Lacazette, I got to give it to Pepe. I gotta give it to Pepe. I feel like Pepe gets flop of the season for me. I'm giving it to Pepe. I don't know about you guys, but I'm giving Pepe flop of the season. I think Pepe is definitely the flop of the season. I think Pepe is the guy who needs to be taken out of the limelight, and we got to say to ourselves, he definitely flopped. He's just been terrible. Has not been he hasn't really contributed at all since that Wolves game. Maybe you could say he hasn't been given a fair crack at it. I think that is I think that is an argument that you can take that I could understand, but I don't know. Now, moving on to the next topic. What is the next topic? The next topic is the most improved player. Who is the most improved player? I think some of you guys already talking about most improved, saying El Neni shouts. I'm seeing El Neni shouts. I'm seeing Granit Xhaka shouts. I think Granit Xhaka is definitely a candidate for most improved. Definitely a candidate for most improved. El Neni is also a candidate for most improved. Mohamed El Neni is definitely a candidate for most improved. Where is El Neni? Yes, Mohamed El Neni is also a candidate for most improved. But who is your most improved player? For me, Bukayo Saka improved dramatically this season. Emil Smith-Rowe improved dramatically this season. Gabriel Martinelli improved dramatically this season. Granit Xhaka improved dramatically this season. El Neni improved dramatically this season. And Eddie Nketiah improved dramatically this season. There's about 6 or 5 candidates you could pick. Someone's saying Ramsdale. Ramsdale literally just joined us, so he can't really be the most improved. Odegaard has already won signing of the season. You can't technically say he's most improved because we haven't really seen enough of him to say he's the most improved. You could say Mohamed El Neni is a candidate. I personally believe that the most improved, you could say Saka is the most improved. You could say Emil Smith-Rowe is the most improved. But since we've already given Saka the player of the season, let's not give him 2 awards. Let's try to share it a little bit, because it would just be easy to say Saka has also been our most improved player. Don't you guys agree? I think it would be so simply easy. It's so simple and so easy just to say, you know what, Saka's been the most improved. But hey, let's do let me know what you guys think. Would you give Emil Smith-Rowe the most improved award? Would you give it to him? I don't think I can give it to Emil Smith-Rowe. People are saying give it to Ramsdale. I don't think you can give it to a player who we just signed. We can't really compare him to anything from prior. Bukayo Saka has definitely been one of the more improved players this season. Martin Odegaard. I don't think Martin Odegaard is the most improved. Some people are saying for me ESR. I agree. ESR has improved dramatically. Has Gabriel Martinelli improved enough to say he's one of the most improved? Interesting take. I heard the shout for El Neni, but I'm not going to give it to El Neni. I think the most improved player this season for Arsenal has not been Eddie Nketiah. No, I think the most improved player for Arsenal this season has been Granit Xhaka. What do you guys think? Granit Xhaka has been the most improved? No, it can't be. Surely can't be. ESR in terms of goals still has a long way to go. So we're gonna give it to ESR. We're gonna give it to Emil Smith-Rowe. Emil Smith-Rowe will get the most improved player this season for us. Let's give it to ESR. Now, finally, the final award is the Unsung Hero Award. The Unsung Hero Award goes to the person who has been the hero and has basically helped this team throughout the entirety of the season. It's not the player of the season, but it's the player you did not expect to be the player that would help us out that much. The player who you did not expect to help us and got us to a level where you didn't expect them to get us to. A player, an unsung hero. The best way to describe an unsung hero, let me Google it just so I can help get the description of an unsung hero. Unsung hero. What is an unsung hero? Not noticed or praised for hard work, courage, or great achievements is an unsung hero. So who is somebody who does not get enough credit, who who does not get enough credit, but is an unsung hero amongst this Arsenal team. Ooh, I'm already seeing some shouts. Here we go. We got some shouts for Gabriel Magalhaes, unsung hero. I like that. I think Gabriel Magalhaes has definitely been one of the unsung heroes in this Arsenal team. Definitely been one of the unsung heroes in this Arsenal team, in my opinion. He has been outstanding for us. Also contributing in goals and assists as a center back. You could say his center back partner Ben White also is an unsung hero. You could say Tierney's an unsung hero. I think Granit Xhaka is also an unsung hero in his own right. But for me, there's two candidates for unsung hero. You have El Neni and you have Eddie Nketiah. Mohamed El Neni and Eddie Nketiah on the end of the season have become unsung heroes and have had character arcs unlike before. Mohamed El Neni getting a new contract, and Eddie Nketiah banging in 5 goals to end the season to help us try to push for that final spot in the Europa League, in the Champions League, but we ended up finishing the Europa League. I think when it comes to this Unsung Hero Award, Mohamed El Neni definitely gets a shout. Eddie Nketiah definitely gets a shout. But on the run of the entirety of the season, do they really, really deserve it? Do they really get that unsung hero tag? You could also give it to Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu was an unsung hero for majority of the season also. But I really do believe what you guys said about Gabriel Magalhaes, him being that guy who's just always consistently there, always performing, always just there, never taking the limelight, never taking the front pages, never being the guy who's on the cover of the articles, never being the face of the team, never being the best player in the game, always just being the consistent 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. In my opinion, Gabriel Magalhaes is the unsung hero in this Arsenal team for this season. Let me know what you guys think. I think Gabriel Magalhaes definitely deserves it. So there you go. There we have it. We have made our picks. We have made our decisions. So for this season, when it comes to our picks, what have we done? We have made our picks, and we have now decided that we are going to go with player of the season, Bukayo Saka. We have gone with player of the season, Bukayo Saka. We've gone with Saka. We've gone with goal of the season, the own goal versus Wolves. No, we've gone with Xhaka's goal. Xhaka's goal versus Manchester United. Xhaka's goal versus Manchester United. That was the goal that we went with. I think that was the goal that we went with. The best moment and worst moment was best moment was Laka own goal versus Wolves. And worst moment, lost to Newcastle. Lost to Newcastle. Signing of the season, Odegaard. Signing of the season has been Odegaard. Flop of the season, Pepe. Most improved had to go to ESR. Only because Saka has been excluded. Unsung hero has gone to Gabriel Magalhaes. There you go. So there are our lists and of what we've gone with. Let me know what yours are if you're watching on the playback or you're watching live. I think that is a very, very fair analysis of the season, and I think those are fair awards to be handing out at this moment in time for this team. I really do like how the team has progressed and how they've looked over the last year and a half. Although it is a disappointing end to a frustrating season where we almost had light at the end of the tunnel, but you know what? We fall short again. We have to brush it off, go again next season. Europa League is what it is, and we're not going to cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. I think that's fair. Definitely, I think that's fair, bro. But you guys have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for watching EGTV, and I'll be back with the player ratings very, very soon.